What is up guys, Fi here, and we're going to be answering a question that I've been asked over the past week tons and that's should you do your placements right now? Should you do them in a day, 2 days, maybe a week, or maybe even longer than that? Well, it's really hard for me to answer that question because I only have experience from like last year, so that's a whole year ago and a lot has changed since then. So I thought the best way of doing this was just to say screw it, jump on my account and do my 10 placement games and then tell you my experience, and kind of you can make a decision from that. So the highest you can place is Plat 1 and I placed Plat 3, so it's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that and I can climb quite quickly back to Diamond from there. So if you're going to be doing your placements within the next week, there are kind of 4 tips I think I can give you that will help you in those placements while the ladder is a little bit messed up. The first one is assume everyone on your team has no idea what to do. You want to be calling the shots, you want to be the shot caller that your team doesn't just need but it deserves. Okay, that was really cheesy, but the point I'm trying to make is that you need to be the one calling objectives, the towers, the dragon, the baron, and whatever you do after kills. In some of the games, people had good game knowledge and they had good ideas of what to do after they got kills, but in some of them, people just had no idea and were just running around like headless chickens. Now, the policy I tried to adopt during my placements was just to tell people what to do, try to ping on objectives and try to just say in chat what we should be trying to do. The mentality you should have is that after a kill you should get something else. Sometimes it's just going to be the gold from the kill, but that's going to be worst case scenario. Best case, you get a tower, you get dragon, or you get baron, and those are the things that you want to try and be calling or saying, let's just push bot guys here, let's just push top, or let's just push mid. You should be the one trying to control the game and direct it towards the end. So the second thing is that each time you hit that Q button, you're starting a fresh new game, new teammates, and a new chance to win. There's no point tilting over your loss and thinking, oh god, I'm 0-1 or I'm 0-2 now. You just have to treat it as a fresh game, it's a new chance to win, and you have to play accordingly. There's a really good example I had of this in my placements. I had one guy who fed out of his mind. He was like 0-7 in lane, and in the next game he came in, he picked Tryndamere as well, and he just carried. He just played really well. You shouldn't be tilting or worrying about your last game. You should just be focusing on this new game because this now is a chance to get a win on the board. The third one is it's normal to be nervous. Everyone wants to do well, and because of that, because you're invested in it, you are going to feel some nerves when you go into your placement games. It doesn't matter what elo you are, like I felt this as well. When I go into a ranked game sometimes before I click the pay button, I do kind of wonder, oh, what if I lose? What if I lose 20 LP here? It's going to make me look bad. I'm going to be further away from getting promoted. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. Your mindset needs to be that even if you lose this game, it doesn't matter because you're going to get it back anyway, and you are going to get to the elo you deserve eventually if you play enough games. It's hard for me to tell you a way to actually get rid of your nerves completely because it's different for each person. Every person is going to deal with it differently, but all I can say is it's normal, you can be nervous, you just have to deal with it properly and make sure that it doesn't affect your game. The final thing is that you have to accept that in some games you will have teammates who are outclassed and you'll also be against people who you outclass. It's going to happen both ways and it's really just luck depending on if it's on your team or the enemy team. So I would say around 5 out of 10 of my games were pretty even on both sides and they were good quality games like before the reset. The other 5 were pretty stompy because either people on my team were outclassed and just kind of fed, or people on the enemy team were outclassed and fed as well. One game my mid laner went 0-8 and unfortunately kind of lost us the game, and on the other side of the coin I was against an AD player who was obviously a lower rank last season. He didn't really trade or CS very well, and unfortunately that just meant that I got fed. So this is basically what it comes down to. This is the risk that you take when you play your placements in the first kind of week or so. When you do queue up, you could get someone really good and you could also get someone really bad on your team. And if you do get someone bad, then it makes it a lot harder to win. If you do wait like a week, then you're more likely to get someone around your reload because the worst players will have moved down the ladder again and the good ones will have moved up. But remember, there's always a chance that people just haven't played their placements yet and they will be getting into your games. So that kind of covers the 4 tips that I wanted to give you guys for your placements if you do play them within this week. But my personal opinion is that it's up to you, and I know that doesn't really help, but it's honestly if you want to take that risk or not. Some people I know don't like playing placements that much because they want to take the element of risk out and they just want to earn their rank. They don't really want to be given free wins or free losses. If you aren't going to win your lane, then you're probably not going to win the game. And the worst case here is that you're against someone better than you, and so it's harder to win your lane. But the best case is that you're going to be against someone weaker than you and you can stomp your lane and really carry the game. Okay, so hopefully that gives you more of an idea about the placements and whether you want to do them now or whether you want to wait a little bit or not. But do let me know how you actually do in your placements. I do actually want to know, so just tweet me or Facebook message me. It'll be really cool to see how you guys do. But yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.